Hey Jordan, how you doing?
How you doing?
Good. Uh, I know you probably focus more on the current more than the past. But last year it seemed like you were having a good camp and it didn't result in a ton of opportunities and games. What did you work on this offseason to make sure that you could get on the field more and contribute more, like I'm sure you were hoping to last season?
Everything I possibly could. Definitely from a route running standpoint. Catching the ball more consistently, reading defenses more consistently. Just anything that any other guy in the receiver room could do, I try to do as well. So whether it's a strength or a weakness, I try to improve.
Next will be Brendan Seminoles from Knowles 247.
Hey Jordan, I'm curious to get your thoughts. What stands out about Coach Norvell's offense and how the wide receivers are used in it?
To me, the offense doesn't really go without the receivers. I feel like since he played receiver, that's a focal point for us. We try to keep it going. We try to, be the most explosive playmakers that we can. We don't want anybody else to touch the ball, honestly. So
Next will be Kurt Weiler from Tallahassee Democrat.
Hey Jordan, I guess kind of along those lines, obviously you get to keep your position coach from last year, but the rest of the coaches on the offensive side of the ball have changed. I guess how has that kind of changed things for you working with Coach Norvell, Coach Dillingham on a daily basis?
the only difference I can really mention is just the attention to detail and the energy they bring every day. Every day Coach Dillingham asks me how I'm doing. I respond to him, I'm great. Every morning, Coach Norvell comes into the special teams meeting, and he says, "Good morning, everybody," and it just wakes everybody up. It gets us focused. It gets us ready for practice.
We'll go back to Ira from Wartown.
Jordan, there's been a lot of talk about how important special teams are, and you just mentioned special teams as well. When you, I guess, how much of a difference do you think that could make if you guys, the way you've committed to special teams, what are you hoping that brings to this team overall in terms of success this season?
Just from listening to Coach Norvell, special teams is going to be a weapon for us, and it's definitely going to set us apart from a lot of teams in the country. Just the simple fact that the attention to detail we take to it, the intensity we take to it every practice, is going to be big.
We'll go back to Brendan from Knowles 247.
We just spoke with Keyshawn Helton and he talked about his rehab process in the offseason. I guess how hard did you see Keyshawn working and what was it like to see him put in the work that he did to now he's practicing again and taking contact?
Well, to me, when I first met Keyshawn, he was the hardest worker I've ever met. So for the injury that happened to him, I just feel like it just put an extra chip on his shoulder that he already had, and it made him hungrier. And then to get closer and closer every day to going back out there to practice, it just made him an entirely different player. He's a lot better.
Go back to Ira from Wartown.
What all were you able to do? And I know during the summer you guys were limited in how much contact you could have, but with other players. But how much were you guys able to do in terms of quarterbacks and receivers to work on your timing and things like that before practice started? What was allowed, and were you guys able to do anywhere near like what you normally do in the off season?
We weren't allowed to do as much as we normally would do, but after skills and drills, we kind of got with the quarterbacks on our own and tried to run routes on our own, tried to go through the playbook ourselves, and just try to get timing together.